Hey, that was a that was a pretty cool Christmas instrumental there from Steve Wariner. What is that called? Christmas Memories. Here with Bruce Allen on Texas 46 Radio, live on the spot, man. Got my cool little backdrop here. I'm just all festive and excited about what's going on for the holidays. It just gets a different feel to it once the weather starts to cool down. As I was sitting here waiting for the song to go, it started to drizzle outside. And I'm like, man, that's definitely November weather for sure. And got lots of things going on. We're just going to chat about some cool stuff this morning. Richard Clark, good to see you, brother. And good to see your a little emoticon there on. Always look forward to seeing you in person, Mr. Photographer. James Miller watching this morning. Thanks for joining. What do we have going on today? We've got all sorts of little topics, and the big thing is I'm going to be giving away 3 car passes to Santa's Ranch here in town. So you can go by and check out the cool lights and all the hard work and stuff that those guys go through. And you want to go ahead and plan ahead. Make sure you work yourself through the construction over there. But other than that, you're gonna have it'll be fun to go through those things. We've gone through it every year, and gonna plan on doing it again this year. It's gonna be awesome. And hello to everybody listening this morning on Texas 46 Radio. And for those of you joining us live on Facebook Live, good morning. Good morning. I'm going without the headphones today, and probably going to go in between the glasses. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do yet. We're just going to play it by ear. Tammy, good morning. Glad to have you on too as well. Hope you're feeling all right. Shannon with the allergies has decided to take a little bit of a nap this morning, which go for it, man. Whatever you got to do to make yourself healthy and just feeling good. Oh, what happened right here? Let me just bring that. This needs to be. That's going into my sponsor right there. Come on, Dad. Let's get this one here. Come on. Is it this? No. Hold on. Well, I'll fix it here in a bit. I'll fix it in a little bit. Gordon Weedman watching too today. Good to have you on, brother. Let's go first off here. I decided to instead of having this. Oh, stop it. I thought I had this. Okay, hold on. Golly.
What's the story?
No.
Stop.
Alexa. Stop. Stop. Alexa. Stop. Okay. Fine. Now, put that on mute. There we go. Oh, golly. Okay, now we'll go back over here. The things with live radio, I tell you, what the heck? All right, so we're going to be doing the ticket giveaway. Oh, let's talk about the backdrop. I didn't want to have the bookshelf and stuff behind me anymore, so we're it's something a little more studio-ish, something really a little more professional. And we came across this particular one right here. We kind of picked because of it being for Christmas and stuff like that, so we thought we'd do that. And the thing is that it's not huge. I mean, it's only, oh my gosh, this is bugging me. Sorry, I'm sorry, it's live again here, but let's just move this over a little bit here. So is that going to work? There we are. There we go. And now let's get that there. Okay, so that's better. I just didn't want to cover up our sponsors. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. So it was like $18 for this particular. Now the bigger ones are more expensive. They're like in the $80 range for like a 8x8 and stuff like that, which we're probably looking into to do for our studio guests. And we're gonna have another one after the holidays are done. But this is really a cool backdrop, and these are from this one is from Kate Backdrops. So if anybody's looking for any kind of like backdrops for Christmas photography for the family and stuff like that, this might be kind of a cool thing. You can take pictures indoors instead of having to go outside and get all chilly. You can just do that. So this is kind of what we did here and I love it. So it's a little bit different in our little graphics. Excuse me, our little graphics that we have here, and it's just puts me in the mood, puts me in the good festive mood here. I want to thank our sponsors, of course. Always thanking our sponsors: Kamaltex Insurance, Hill Country Customs Towing and Collision, Clear Springs Air Conditioning, and of course New Braunfels Feed. Thank you so much for doing what you do to help us keep doing what we're doing. We're having fun. I am having fun. All right, what are we gonna talk about this morning? Well, let's see. Renee Hernandez is watching. Anthony Delgado watching. I think they want to see if they're going to win some Santa's Ranch tickets. I think that's what's happening. So we're going to be doing that here probably in the next 15 minutes. We will do that. Weather-wise, what kind of stuff we got going on today? Here in the New Braunfels area, the sky's going to be cloudy, high of 56. Expecting scattered rain showers tonight, a low of 47. Now, we're going to be at the poorhouse tonight. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. If there's any chances of rain, I doubt we'll be setting anything up because we'll be on the outside. So we'll kind of be playing that one by ear. Saturday, it says to bring an umbrella because it's going to be raining. A high will be 47. It's going to be a bit nippy. Definitely. Light rain expected in the evening with a low of 43. So if you got the birds and the animals like I do out there, I got to get them all set and hunkered down. Sunday. Well, let's see. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Chances of rain all week with your highs. High of 48 on Sunday, high of 48 on Monday, 57 on Tuesday. And it's kind of warming up a little bit, and then full sun you're looking at possibly next Friday. So a week from today. So all the way through now, it's going to be cool, cloudy, and possibly rainy. So be careful out there. Stay safe. All right. I think my first little thing, my son went to for his third time. The third time was a charm. He is a big space nut. I mean, he loves space travel and all sort of things like that. And he wanted to really work at SpaceX or NASA. That was his goal. And at this point right now, it hasn't happened that way. He's been blessed. He is a helicopter mechanic in Seguin, and that is I am so proud of that kid, man. He's really doing well for himself. But what he did finally get to do, he's gone to Florida twice in this past couple of months. He wanted to see the Artemis 1 take off from the launch pad in person. And the first time he went, they scratched it. The second time he went, they scrubbed it again. And so the third time was a charm for the kid. So he went to Florida this week, and he got to see Artemis take off. Let's go over to that page here. This is what we sent him a text. How he enjoyed it or whatever. He said it was so surreal. Still can't believe I got to see it. You got to, and Mom says that you got to be a part of history. You will always remember. He said the coolest kind of history too, space. So we'll go to the next picture here. Our next little text. He was here. He shows a little picture. I'll show a bullet picture of it here in a second. But he was there. Called the Saturn V complex. I think they were the closest seats 3.5 miles away. 3.5 miles away. And we were watching the video of how they pumped the water in. Really interesting to help cool things down and reduce on the vibration, which I thought was really pretty amazing. And then our last little text here, he showed us one of the ships that recovers the manned space capsules has a familiar name, and it was called Shannon. So Shannon was she was all excited about that, going like a ship named after me. So here's what, let's see here. What have we got? The boat. There's where he was, and you can see in the distance there, the launch pad and the Artemis 1 right back there. I tell you what, that is pretty amazing. It was about 1 o'clock in the morning, Florida time, and it took off from right there. Look at the clear skies, the moon. Wow. So just picture yourself being there. I think he really, really enjoyed it. He'll be talking about it for days to come, years to come, I am sure. And there's another close-up picture of the boat that the pickup that usually will pick up the manned capsule folks whenever they come on in, but it was a success. So it's going to be it was like 125 days or 129 days, something like that. I don't have a whole lot of details on it because my son could sit here. I think if he was off on a Friday, I get him in here to talk about his experience. That would be cool. But that's your NASA run right there. Here was again that shot of the ones you always see on TV from a distance. That's what they're looking at. So it's really, really cool, and I'm so happy for him. And always be happy for your kids to be able to do things that you may have wanted to do or will get to do. You want to always hope the best for them. Always a better life than what you've got. Always. I'm back over here. So good to see you again. Thomas Wright, Mr. Radio right there. Yes, indeed. Jimmy Wheeler. Kind of got all these. Jimmy Wheeler, the Quail Man. I'm still kind of floundering around with the quail here, trying to get some more eggs and things going, getting them all in the incubator, getting them all to survive through this winter time. It's gonna be a challenge. So just welcome to everybody watching. We're gonna go ahead and give away those tickets for Santa's Ranch here. Give me about 10 minutes. We'll do that. I want to try to mark off a few of the things as we're going through. I just wanted to have some fun with you guys this morning. If you have anything you want to talk about, please let me know. We finished up our Worst Fest run. Zu Hause Junge, our band that we had together for it, and it was, oh my gosh, it was so much fun. We played 7 shows, and we had 3 the first weekend on that Saturday night. It was incredible. I can't even. I guess it was my. I can't compare it to NASA, but it was my NASA experience for this November. It was so much fun in our Lederhosen and such. And then we had the following week we had 2 shows in the small tent, which we thought would have been a little more low-keyed. Not quite so. People there were pretty active, and it was so crowded. And then Sunday, the final night, we played the last show. Well, let's see, was it afternoon shows? I'm so already looking forward to next year. We're in over there, so it's going to be great. Now the food was really. I thought I would try definitely this year. I don't hardly ever eat anything when I go there. The last years I just had the sausage on a stick, So I thought I would try. I wanted to try and do some new stuff. Something not the same old stuff, but something a little bit different. And I wanted to make sure I got a funnel cake, which I did not get a funnel cake this year, but I did get several things that had sausage and sauerkraut, which I never was really a sauerkraut fan, but I'm good with it. I am good with sauerkraut. My taste buds have changed a bit for loving sauerkraut. I did have the pork chop on a stick, and oh my goodness, just seeing people walking with it was one thing, but actually having it in your hand on that stick, I don't know what it was a big, thick pork chop, marinated in something. It was all slathered with goo, and it was good. It was really good. What else did I have? Oh, I did have the potato pancake. I did that on Sunday. That was kind of like my breakfast lunch. The potato pancake with sausage. I'm like, okay, it's just going to be a little bit of stuff, and it's like, oh my goodness, it was so tasty. Had the apple. Shannon said, "Would you use the applesauce too?" I said, "Of course I did. Applesauce with it. It was nice." Think about it for next year. I wanted to broaden my horizons. So I'll see what what we'll come up with for next year. It's something that I haven't had there before. That's the way to do. You're always going to have the sausage on the stick. That's the number one, and then you just kind of go from there. Frank Salinas, good morning. Still got 5 minutes for morning. So what we're going to do for the Santa's Ranch giveaway, we posted it on the Texas 46 radio page, Facebook page, and the Rock Vault page. Because we want to try to get more people to go towards those pages, not just necessarily our personal pages. And even in regards to ticket giveaways for shows and stuff like that, we're trying to get more traffic to our websites than we are to our personal Facebook pages. Because we want those people that are on or part of our pages to get the advantage there, to have thank you for your support and stuff like that. So what we end up doing is taking the names, and I put them in this app called Drawing from the Hat. So instead of having to, literally draw a name from a hat, it's a virtual deal. But I do have to input all the names, which is no big deal. I get to see who a lot of our listeners are and supporters on our Facebook pages. And then we just I punch it, and it randomly picks a name out of the deal. So that's what we're going to do this morning. Give us about 4 minutes. Right at the top of the noontime hour, I will draw those names. And it is one car. I had three passes, but it's going to be for one car load. It's a $35 value each one. And they were nice. Melanie and her family were nice enough to have us included in that, which is really, really pretty cool. And let me see if I can play Kenny Schneebly, my Pure Country 100 up north there here in Texas. Was nice enough to make a commercial for it, for the Santa's Ranch, and he always he sends it down to me because it's here in our hometown. So let me get the old Santa's Ranch thing here, and you can kind of give it a listen, and I can give it a listen myself. Oh, too many mice here. Too many of my mouses. Get this away here. Commercial. See how this is how it's done without without somebody in your studio, without an engineer or anything. You do it all on your own. And let's go to commercials here. Where are my commercials? Oh, Dad, come on. Pay no attention to the man. Here it is right here. There's that. Let's go down here and put it in here. Oops. Let's play it for you.
Bring your friends and family to Santa's Ranch in New Braunfels and enjoy one of the best holiday light exhibits in the state of Texas. You'll take a drive through over a mile of winding country roads while taking in the beautiful lights, animated Christmas displays, and enjoying homemade hot cocoa, kettle corn, and snacks. Santa's Ranch open every night through January 1st. Find them online at santasranch.net. We can't wait to see you, your family, and friends at Santa's Ranch in New Braunfels.
Nice little commercial there. Thanks, Kenny, for doing that, and sending it down our way, because they're sponsoring some of your stuff up there. So why not get it down here and get the savings onto you guys? You can stay in the car, you can go through there and see all. It's really very, very cool. Last year we really appreciated it more than we normally have in the past. So have some fun. So we got about another minute or so, and I'll go ahead and get the names from the hat, and we'll do that drawing. It'll be fun, they said. It will be. So I'm going to mark off a few things here. Okay, let's just do this real fast. I want to thank Two Rivers Coffee for donating. Well, they did donate it, but let me go over here to this here. That's not where I want. No, that's part of my. There it is. They had the pumpkins from Thanksgiving, not from Thanksgiving, but from their Halloween stuff or whatever. So we have pumpkins for our chickens. The chickens and the rabbits, they can't get enough pumpkin, and it's good for them, which is really pretty cool. So that's what's happening there. So I wanted to thank Two Rivers Coffee. They're on Loop 337, and it's owned by John and Janice Thiem and their kids, some friends of ours. As a matter of fact, that's our drummer and his family. We've known them for a long time, and they have a really neat place since they took that thing over right around the COVID time. But they are doing so well over there. And if you have not been to Two Rivers Coffee in a long time, go by there, see the new look. They are definitely into the updating stuff, and it really looks cool. And I need to stop by there again, go inside and have a cup of coffee. Shannon and I both need to, and have some fun with them. So it's going to be a blast. I'm just such in good spirits this morning. I don't know what I'm going to do. So I want to talk about here in just a bit after our drawing, talk about Netflix, some cool picks that we've picked for that. New Braunfels High School, in regards to the name of the mascot thing. We'll just kind of briefly touch base on it. What's going on tonight downtown? A couple of things going on downtown. And then our listener appreciation party. So it's okay. Let me do this here real quick, since my sister-in-law Carla is watching this morning. They had a little bit of a mishap at the house. That some people think that this, you got to be really careful, because this kind of stuff can happen to anybody. But they had a little nativity mishap. And Shannon showed me some of the pictures. And I was going like, oh my gosh, I was so upset for them. But they were getting their nativity scene out of the attic. And it took flight. And it hit the ground. And it was one that Shannon's mom, I think, had put together. And when I first got the picture, I'm going like, oh my gosh, what happened? It looked... all thing I can call it is nativity nachos. I mean, it just was really, really heartbreaking to see that happen. And I can only imagine what Scott was thinking when it hit the ground, because this is really, really important to them. Now, here's the weird thing about it. What did survive unscathed through this whole thing? Well, lo and behold, baby Jesus, Joseph, Mary, the angel, a donkey, and the sheep. What does that tell you? Oh my gosh! When he showed this, it was like, is there somebody intervening in this here to say, okay, these are the most important figures of this whole, in my opinion, of this whole thing right here. It signifies the nativity. And I'm so glad that these survived that, and happy for them that they can at least have this out still. And I'm sure Scott or Carla or whatever are going to be probably trying to glue these other pieces together. It looks salvageable. I'm not there, so I don't see the live look at it, but knowing those guys, I know they can probably put something together and get that thing back in shape again. But I'm so glad that they had all this right here. So good luck on those guys putting those back together again. I know you can do it. You can do it. So, all right, let's go ahead and do the drawing for the tickets. Now, I have to go to a different screen here on my phone. I got my phone right here in front of me. So let's go to draw names from a hat. And this is the same system. The same system that I'm going to be using for when I give away the Judas Priest tickets for next week. Come on. It's loading. There we go. It's loading slow. Of course, it has ads, naturally. Draw names from a hat is what it is. So I'm going to go to my drawings. Santa's Ranch. Perform a drawing. That's what I'm going to do. Here we go. So I'm going to draw one name at a time. I'm not going to have all of them come up at once in order. I'm going to draw one name at a time. So our first winner for tickets, you need to go ahead and text the studio line if you happen to be listening this morning, if you want to kind of confirm that you got, hey, I'm a winner. So let's go here. Draw name number 1. Eddie Makachek has won a car pass for Santa's Ranch. Eddie Makachek. He's one of our Rock Vault rock and rollers. Rock on, man. All right. Name number 2. Drum roll here. See, I should show you how this is done. Let me show you real quick how this is done. So how this works. So here's kind of what it looks like down there. Okay. And I hit draw the name, and it pops one up. It says I can shake the device to draw a name, but I thought I'd just hit it and let it go. So Eddie Makachek. Let's see how you do this thing live. Okay, let's do it live. Where is? Let's get in focus here. Come on, focus. It's hard to do this. Yeah. All right, let's see. Right here. Let's draw another name. No. All right, here we go. Draw a name. Boom. You draw another name. Who was it? Brian Barrett. Brian Barrett. You know, I recognize some of these names. They enter the contest, but they just haven't been lucky enough to win anything. Fortunate, not lucky, but fortunate. And so, Brian, you're winner number 2. Now, if for some reason you guys can't use these tickets, please let us know so we can get it to the next available folks. Okay. And for the last one, number 3, Roy Cortez. Roy Cortez. Where are you at there, Roy? There you go. So we know how that is. Look at all the confetti and stuff that was falling there. Okay, so thanks to everybody that entered. I wish I could have given away more tickets for it, but we got to give away some, and that's great. So now I have those 3. Eddie Makachek, Brian Barrett, and Roy Cortez. Congratulations on winning a car pass to Santa's Ranch here in town. Okay, so I'll get with you guys more in regards to details there. And for those of you that did enter the Judas Priest ticket giveaways, which Judas Priest and Queensryche, which will be next Tuesday and Wednesday, they got 2 shows at the Techport Center Arena in San Antonio. Really a cool place. So always, if you like to see shows at really cool places, or a little more intimate setting, doesn't hold as many people as the convention center and stuff like that did or does, but it's fun. It is fun to go there, and the sound is great, and I'm looking forward to it. And I'm taking my oldest, the spaceman, the NASA boy. I'm taking him on. I'm not sure what day I'm going yet. I have to send him the information after the show, but it's going to be good, and we're going to do it the same way. We're going to do it via drawing the names from the hats. Got lots and lots of names in there that I've already put in, and we'll be doing that. I'll be doing that this afternoon. So let everybody make sure they have plenty of time to plan to go. Then I'll get with you guys on the rest of that. So congratulations once again for that. Showing some rain showers right now. I don't hear anything coming down, but it's probably out there. Probably out there. What do we got here? What do we got next? We got that taken care of. Oh my! Here's what. I'm sorry. I should have put this up there when I did the drawing for the deals, but I had to do it live. So if you're going out to Santa's Ranch, by the way, it is $35 a vehicle, and it takes a lot to put that thing on out there. Or you can do $70, and it would be per vehicle for a season pass. Then you're in. It's kind of like a Schlitterbahn type of thing. Once you got that season pass, you're in to go, man. You can go. You can go as many times as you want. You can take some friends, take some clients, maybe out there, let them run through the thing, and give that a try. It's located at 9561 IH35 North here in New Braunfels. Let me go back to my other screen here so I can see what's going on. Okay, are we up to date or anything here? We're good. So what am I trying to say here? It says, just look for the 50-foot Christmas tree. Please pay attention to potential detours. Yeah, they're in the kind of construction zone over there, but a lot of people are going to be wanting to go through that thing. You may have to wait in line, but that's okay too. It is going on through January the 1st. The hours are Sunday through Thursday from 6 until 10. Friday and Saturday, like for today and tomorrow, are going to be 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. If you have any questions or anything, you can call them over at Santa's Ranch, 830-743-1293. So for those of you that are going to be going, enjoy it, whether you one of the 3 ticket winners or not. It's a great thing they do for everybody out there. Maybe take somebody that hasn't had a chance to go to it, or maybe just can't afford to go out there. Maybe bring somebody along with you. Pay it forward a little bit. That's what I'm going to try to do. It's going to be it'll be a great time had by all. Thanks for joining us this morning, and just reminding everybody we got our cool little backdrops. If you're looking for backdrops, I mean, I'm not paid to endorse this product, but I kind of like it. We played a Christmas party, not a Christmas party, but a fundraiser in Seguin at the Coliseum, and they had a photo booth there, and they had some pretty cool backdrops. Going like, that's really, I've talked about wanting to get backdrops, and they're really cool. And if you're thinking about something for the holidays, they have some really neat ones you can get, and they're very economical. The one I have back here is actually only a 5x7. It's a smaller version of it, and it just needs to fit where the film or the camera is. That's all it needs to really do. And that's what most backdrops do. They make it look larger than life. And this is only, like I've said, like $18, or it could have been, I think it was like $21 including tax for this particular size. And it's cloth, and it's washable, and it came all folded up in a package, and I got it hung up on a little pole there, and it works out pretty good. So it really will probably work out great for pictures. And the people who we got this from was Kate's Backdrops. So look it up online. You can see what all they had. They have a lot, not just seasonal, but everything in between, for any kind of photography and stuff. So give it a try. And while you're here, take a look over here. Right there. Take a look over here at our sponsors. We have Clear Springs Air Conditioning. I want to thank all my sponsors because they help pay the music bills. Okay, because putting this stuff on, playing music 24/7 on 2 internet radio stations is not free. But it is for you guys because the app is free. You can listen to it on your Echo Dot. You can on your computer via the website. Just about any place, even in the car, you can listen to it. If you have Bluetooth, if you're the old school and you don't have that capability, but you can do it on the, you can have Bluetooth on your phone, but you just don't have it on your radio. You just have to get yourself an FM adapter, an FM transmitter adapter that you put in the car, plug into your cigarette lighter, and there you go. You go to 88.1, so you can actually think of us being on the dial then. There is a way to listen to us on the dial, but you have to have the adapter. And that's what I'm telling folks. Where are you on the dial? Well, if you have an adapter, 88.1. Well, how do I get an adapter? So did I get you on that one? Yes, indeed. If you have any more questions on that, want to know how you can listen to it via the adapter in your car, hit me up on Facebook or wherever. Text me. I don't care. The studio line, 830-708-8122. You can request songs, do whatever you want. Gary Harvey watching this morning. Good to see you, bud. Good to see you, man. Tonight, downtown, if you're here in the New Braunfels area, I got to get used to how this works here. I'm totally opposite based on the camera here, so wherever I think I'm going to turn, it goes the other direction. But tonight, downtown, we have, let me go to my events tab right here. Look at there. We had the lighting of the plaza. That is going to be, I think it's 6 o'clock is when that thing hits. So there's going to be probably a lot of folks down there all bundled up. They're going to have Santa coming through there on the what am I trying to say? Fire truck? Whether or not it might be on the newest fire truck, that sucker's huge. So I'm not really sure, but we'll see. We'll see. So that'll be 6 o'clock tonight. And then after that, if you're wanting to maybe grab a bite downtown, if you wanted to try to find some things to do this evening, it's not necessarily kid. You'll be 21 and over, but you can eat downtown, whatever, and then you can go to the Poorhouse tonight, assuming we're not canceled, and I'll find out about that here. But if they happen to have a band playing at the Poorhouse, it's going to be us. We'll be bundled up. We won't be wearing anything like we're wearing in our picture here. So, my beard's not as long and it's not white anymore. So I was unable to do the Santa gig this year, or the St. Nicholas gig. So we're having to. I'm the young Kris Kringle. You know what I'm saying? So downtown at the Poorhouse, we're going to start at 8:30, I think. 8:30, I think is when we start. So come down, have a brewski, maybe grab something from inside the downtown social to eat while you're there, and just maybe have some fun, meet some friends. But again, the weather might be an issue. And you can also check out the new thing that they're building over there. I have not looked at it since the last time we played there, but they're doing a sky bar, from what I understand. Might be kind of cool. So go there and check that out. Poorhouse downtown tonight. The lighting of the plaza at 6. Right after that, we'll be at the Poorhouse. It'll be like I say, fun. My word of the day is fun. It should be chilly or cold. But when I say chilly, then I get hungry. Michael White, howdy from Amsterdam. Mike White, my buddy there. Did you make the awards, the TCMA awards, Mike? I didn't get to go. We played Worst Fest. I had a whole lot of fun. So let me know what you did there and how things are in Amsterdam, whether there's snow, rain, sleet, or hail. Just like the old postman. Yeah, whatever. Did. He didn't go. I was hosting our live Sunday show. Yeah, there you are. Our live Sunday show. I hope that's going well for you. I'm sure it probably is. You probably know my little live open mic night thing didn't quite take off because there's a lot of stuff going on out there, and the River Road Ice House. We tried it out, and we're thinking about maybe doing something like it again. Come up in the spring, and I did add karaoke to it. Anything to get some folks in the door there, and now I've got everything all set. Now I'm just waiting for the opportunity once again. Let's see, with Michael White, with Tommy Alverson and Andy Kay that night. Yeah, that was good. That's a good set of guests right there. So now that we're talking about radio and wanting to thank everybody for listening and supporting us tremendously, I've decided to have a Texas 46 Radio Listener Appreciation Night. And I thought that would be kind of fun to do. And we're going to have it out at the Fryhead Country Store coming up on January the 28th. So if you'd like to come out there for the evening, it's going to be a great evening. It's really just going to be for people to get together, and I want to thank them for supporting our radio stations. And we are going to have live music, and I wanted to try to pick a night where we were already out there playing, so knocking out one of the birds right there. So headlining that night is going to be Jay Eric in Rumortown, which I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Fun is my word for today, so don't mind me. It's not a big deal. Okay. So we have Jay Eric in Rumortown. We're going to be headlining the show. Gary Glenn's band, Fast Moving Train, is going to be out there. And from Floresville, Small Town Habit is going to be joining us. So we're going to have 3 bands out there that night. And nobody's playing for free. I don't want anybody to come out there and just do this as a benefit for me. That's not how we do that. Everybody's those folks do it. A lot of them do it for a living. or especially during the holiday season, maybe trying to pay bills now after the holidays for January 28th. So we are looking for sponsors for that event. So if you would like, your business or whatever would like to sponsor that evening, the proceeds from your sponsorship go to paying the band's sound and lighting. So we're going to really do this thing up. I've got Bruce Weldy, our sound engineer, is going to bring in his sound system that night, and had that thing set up. So he and Mike Taylor are going to take care of all the bands, make sure everything sounds fantastic. That is my goal for that. Fantastic. And I'm going to have also David Moreno and his partner on that, Eric, are going to be bringing in their rock and roll light show, their light system that they usually use for whenever, if you've ever been down to the Phoenix Saloon, whenever they've done any of those rock shows down there, they've been running the lighting there. So, and I'm just a big lighting guy, so I wanted to have them for this. They're coming in too. So again, anybody that wants to help sponsor or donate or whatever, all the proceeds for that are going to be going to paying the bands, paying the sound and lighting. If there's anything left over, it could be for little giveaways and things like that. This is my first time to do one of these, so I'm not really sure. I'm getting all the input that I can, and Cody Reimer out there at Fry High is. I'm excited to be working this thing with them. I had talked about doing some kind of a music festival like our other station here in town does. They have their thing in green that they do. And I thought about wanting to try to do something like that too. So this is like a test for me to see how this works. And if it works out okay, look at something like that for the future, maybe for the summer. Getting it so we can have a lot of Texas artists and stuff come through there and showcase their wares. Why not? So again, that's going to be on January the 28th, the Texas 46 Radio Listener Appreciation Party at the Fryhead Country Store. So there we are. Currently 55 degrees with rain showers. I'll look out the window and see if we actually have those rain showers. Janie Balderas watching. Hello. And Sonia Parrish watching. Brian Feldner, Grossa Opa, watching too. Let's see what else I have that I can. Oh, I'll have a Chicken of the Week coming up here. Shannon recommended maybe that I get one of my Saramas, which one of my little miniature soldier full-size birds, and I'll probably go do that. That's probably what I'll do. And what else do we have here? That'll be just here in just a bit. Let's go to our Netflix picks. We like to watch some Netflix shows whenever we can, especially if we're going to be sitting by the fireplace or just kind of like chilling out. You really need to do that kind of stuff. Chill out when you can. So, Netflix-wise, Enola Holmes 2. If you haven't seen the first Enola Holmes, you got to do it. Enola Holmes, if you don't know her, she is Sherlock Holmes' sister, little sister. Okay, so the first one was great. We couldn't wait when we saw that the second one was coming out. It was nice to see. So we watched that. I think we watched it either while we were having dinner or something, sitting by the fire and watching. Definitely 2 thumbs up on that one. Okay, that was a great one. Now, the other one we just watched was A Boy Called Christmas. It's really a really cool festive movie. I don't want to give a whole lot away about it, but it has several Harry Potter characters in there that you'll recognize, and it's humorous, and it's humorous, serious, and all the above. Okay, so I'm not going to tell you a whole lot about it, but it was really good. So go to let's see here. Hold on, real quick. Renee Hernandez, back to work. Gotta go. So have a good day and stay warm. Yes, you too. And we'll probably see you next Tuesday or Wednesday at the Judas Priest show. Brian Feltner, rock and roll all night and polka every day. Yes, sir. Oh, my gosh. So here we go. I'll skip from this one here. A Boy Called Christmas. And then the other one, once again, if you're writing these things down, Enola Holmes 2. Now, I did hear from someone yesterday that, remember The Christmas Story? You got to shoot your eye out. Has a sequel. It's going to be on HBO. I haven't even looked it up yet. I didn't see anything about it, but I'm just letting you know, and you can go check it out. You can go Google it. Christmas Story 2 is going to be coming out on, I think probably maybe this next week. It'll be on HBO Max, I think is what she said. So go Google it and find out about it. See what it's all about. See who it stars. See if it's got the guy now that has his kids. That sounds to reason, doesn't it? Okay, let me check my little thing. We're going through the events. Santa's Ranch. The Freiheit thing coming up in January 28th. Poorhouse. NASA, we went through the Nativity Crisis. So we had, we're going to go through it with our Critter Cam and get my little Sarama Rooster here in just a minute. Let me check my little list right here. The other things that I'm just going to hit on real quick, you can kind of go take a look at. The New Braunfels High School and New Braunfels Independent School District is doing these. Here's the thing. Should New Braunfels ISD's second high school have the same mascot as its first? So basically, the next high school, which is Long Creek High School, they want to call them the Long Creek Unicorns. Okay, so we already have the New Braunfels Unicorns. Here's where my wife and I guess kind of we don't disagree, but I mean it's just like we have two different opinions. I think personally that New Braunfels Unicorn High School Unicorns stays like that, and then the other high school had their own thing. Okay, have their own name, have their own identity. So they actually have, if you go to the New Braunfels Herald Facebook page, you can go to scroll down, and where it says, you'll see the part that says should New Braunfels High School have the same mascot as its first, and it actually has a poll that you can participate in. What does it say here? For decades, New Braunfels ISD schools have proudly carried on the unicorn name. Its name and imagery heavily ingrained in New Braunfels' identity. With the city growing at a rapid rate, it's time to retire the unicorn tradition in New Braunfels and consider a new mascot for Long Creek High School, or should the legacy of the unicorn live on? That's the question that they're asking. So, you can go over there and you can do the poll, and I'm going to go ahead and vote here real quick while I'm here. Let's see if it'll let me vote. I just did. I just voted, and it's showing the results so far. It's showing 81.2% that Long Creek should have its own unique mascot. 18.8% make them the Long Creek High School Unicorns. And I can see both points. I really can. So a hard decision. Thank goodness it doesn't come onto my plate. But at least based on the poll right here, people are speaking that they want to have their own, they should have their own unique thing. And I think they should too. You know, that's just my opinion. Their own unique uniforms, their name, just make it cool. So whenever if they're playing football together or against each other, it's not Friday Night Lights, you got Unicorns A versus Unicorns B or whatever it is. I don't know how they would do that. Kind of reminds me of middle school where you had the Colts and the Ponies. Yeah, and then you had the A team and the B team. The A team and the B team. Colts and Ponies. Man, I haven't called. That's amazing. That was cool. Yeah. All right. What else? What else do I have here? Let me just kind of go over a few things, and we'll close out with the chicken of the week. The two restaurants we've lost recently due to fire. It's like, oh my gosh. River City Cafe, the old River City Cafe off of 725 towards Zip, out towards Maldonado Nursery out there, burned down due to a fire. And fortunately, a lot of these restaurants are going to be able they'll rebuild if they want to do it. They can rebuild. Definitely do it. I drove past out there on the way to a job, and it's sad. It's a sad sight to see. Of places you've been into, people put their hard work, blood, sweat, and tears into it, and to have that happen, I definitely feel for those folks. So, fortunately, someone, I don't know where their kitchen is. There's just so much news to go around. But Clear Springs Catering, that was a big, not Clear Springs Catering, Old River City Cafe Catering still is in business. And there's been some kitchens that have given them the opportunity to take care of their stuff, which is fantastic. Kudos out to those folks that are helping them out. I understand that Pat's Place actually took on some of the employees there as well to keep them going, to keep money in their pocket, which is fantastic. And congrats and kudos to Pat's Place for that. Sonia says that she agrees Unicorns is taken. Yeah, Unicorn name is taken there. Colette Eagle House, hello there. Anthony Rodriguez, good to see you, brother. Good to see you, man. The latest one was the Cancun restaurant downtown, right off of Seguin Street. Fire ravaged through that building and totally destroyed it. You guys probably remember it being a Schlotzsky's at one time. I know my friend Roger they had a seafood restaurant there at one time. There's been a couple of other things in there, and then this particular one, and it burned to the ground. And when I drove past it, I mean, it's on the main fairway right through there, and I took a glance over, and they had a big old backhoe in there. That thing was down flat to the ground and spread out. Wow. I mean, it is very heartbreaking. And greetings to you, Miss Colette. So, our thoughts and prayers are for the families of both those restaurants there that have to deal with that stuff during the holidays. But hopefully, insurance is okay, and that you can rebuild. If you want to rebuild, that would be. We wish you the best on that, definitely. So, River City Cafe and Cancun restaurants, the legacies can still live on. They can still do it. I went through the Netflix. I'm just kind of going through here. All right. We had one day I went outside after a big windy day, and we have two, because the house here is old. It's over 100 years old, and we have two chimneys. One in the kitchen for a fireplace, which we've never used yet, and then the one in the living room. And they're both real nice, tall chimneys. And the chimney caps that we have on there, one of them was in the yard. The wind took it and blew it off, and bent it and broke it up. So I'm having trouble trying to find one locally that would fit it, the same one. And finally I said, you know what, if we're going to get some rain and stuff pretty soon, I don't want the rain and stuff bellowing into the fireplace and getting stuck down at the bottom. And went to this chimney place here in town, right off of 35. I have the card and stuff I left in the car, naturally. Unprepared, but that's the way we are. That's the way I am. He happened to come across a used one out there that they, I guess, swapped out from somebody else. So I picked that one up from them, got it up on the roof, which I got to be very careful. We have such a steep pitch, and that it's already, if I stand, before our trees got too tall, I could actually stand and watch the fireworks from the park from up on the roof. Not the safest thing to do. No chairs are going to fit up there. I'm not going to sit on one, but it's pretty high up there. So I put that cap on there, went ahead and painted it while I had it up there, good to go. One thing off my list of to-dos. But I wanted to let you know, if you need a chimney cap or anything like that, they've got stuff out there. So it's right off of 35, right next to TNT, the trailer place out there, off of Rookle Road. What else did I end up getting? Oh, I ended up getting having to get 4 new tires on the Music Cruiser. I had a wobble coming home from one of my DJ gigs from Hallettsville. I'm like, oh, this is really so I had to take a nice steady pace and kind of find out several of the tires had separated. They were already old. And the spare that I had wasn't going to be able to be used because it was over 10 years old, so you can't do that. So I ended up getting 4 new Michelin tires. A nice smooth ride right now. I can definitely tell the difference. So at least we're safer in regards to the ride. So always pay attention if you get the wobbles, and go ahead. I've done some dealings with Best Deal Tire here in town, but I ended up going to Discount Tire only because they took the warranty. Actually took care of one of those tires that I had on there, so that saved $219 or whatever. Goodness gracious, tires are expensive. But at least now everything's a little safer. What other things do I want to talk about? Get your Christmas lists going, and get yourself a list on Amazon. Your family doesn't have to necessarily get them from Amazon, but at least it gives them an idea of what you're maybe looking. But because family wants to buy you things for Christmas, and if you don't give them any ideas, it's no fun. And you want to give them a lot of ideas, because if you only give them like 3 ideas, it's like, okay, well, you're going to get this, you get that. You know what you're going to get. So get on there and start making yourself a list and saving it, and then sending the link out to your kids or family or whatever. So we do that here, and we get on Facebook Messenger, and we make a family chat. We have like 4 family chats minus the person that you're buying for. So you can communicate with everybody. Well, I got this person this, I got this person that. So nobody buy that without the other person knowing. You know what I'm saying? You know where I'm going with that? Okay. That is really a cool idea. So just throwing this along to you, free of charge. That's what we do here. Okay. I got everything covered. I did get everything covered. So we're going to do chicken of the week here. Give me just a second. I'm going to go outside and pick up one of those Seramas. I haven't let out any of the birds yet this morning, but I'm going to go ahead and play, and some of y'all may have didn't catch it, but I'm going to play the song that I played this morning. Can I do it or not? Give me a sec. I won't lose anybody. We're just almost ready here. Go to Christmas. Maybe I'll do a different one. Instrumental. INSTRU. What do I have for another instrumental here? Oh, here's an instrumental. This is, okay, let's just do this one here. Let me pop this one in. And we're going to do, it's called The Wise Men's Journey. It's an instrumental. It's from Garth Brooks. So why not listen to that? And I'm going to go pick up a chicken. And we'll be right back. So punch a few buttons here. Short song. Short song. Let's get over here. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. And didn't realize that song. I didn't realize that song was only 1 minute and 20 seconds. I should have picked one that was a little longer. Sorry. Okay, so we have Chicken of the Week today. I had a little trouble getting this one out of the pin because it has a whole bunch of them in there, and none of them really wanted to go out of there. But he's being really good right now. So he has no name or anything. It's a Sarama rooster, and I'll see if I can show you some about. Let me switch over to. Look at that. Let me give you an idea here. Hey, bud. Hi. Is it right? You're all right. This is full size. He is totally full size. Beautiful, beautiful bird. Come here. You see your feather? See how you gonna poop? No? Okay, all right. Hold on. Okay, let's switch over to the critter cam. There we go. Now, here we go. Here's my boy right there. All right. So, you see how small? I mean, he's like right up against me here. See? Got the angle. There you go. See, compared to my hand right here, this is a full size little bitty rooster. You're looking at you see yourself in the you see yourself up there? Or are you looking at that turkey? Is that what you're doing? I think so. You're looking at that turkey right there. See it? You're such a doll. So the beautiful colors. Let's see if I can set this camera down right here. There we go. Just like that. Okay. So, there you go. See, he sits. Now, if you poop, you poop. That's okay. See, the Sarama, see how their tails go up like that? They're just a little bit like a little bitty old military sergeant there. But what a beauty that this one is. I love. You're okay. Yeah, you're okay. See, I'll put you back out in the pin here in a little bit, but just wanted to show everybody what a little Sarama looks like. It is, like I say again, this is full size. It fits right into the palm of my hand. And we have a lot of roosters like the Saramas and the Old English Game Birds. The beautiful birds, lots of color. We have some frizzles and some satins. And this guy right here, look at this man. He's just kind of like, he's not, he feels safe here in my hand. I can tell he's maybe a little nervous. But I'll put you up against me here. That'd be better. Okay. I know. I'm just trying to show folks here. Beautiful wing colors. I know. You want to show anybody? See? Pretty wings. Beautiful colors. And the neat thing about these guys is just their size. People love to have them around the farm. Sometimes they're a conversation piece, and you can actually take these shopping with you. People take bunnies and little things with them, and you can put this inside put a shot of shopping bag. Now, I probably wouldn't recommend maybe taking a rooster to a grocery store. I know people take support dogs and stuff like that, and you hear them barking every once in a while, but to take a bird into like HEB or something like that, and a rooster, and it starts to crow, I don't know how well that'll be received. I really don't. But he is being so good right now, and based on the trouble I had, he's the only boy in this particular pen, full of girls. But he was being bullied at one time, so we made sure we put him in there where he was okay. But look at his feet. Just barely fit around my finger. But he is such a beautiful doll right here. And I just can't believe how good he's being. I'm saying that right now, but we'll see. You okay? See, here's my hand I can almost cover him up with my hand. That's how big he is. You want to say anything? You want to talk? Yeah. Okay. There you are. Just say a few words. That's all we need to do, and we'll get you outside again here in just a minute. Aurora Cantu watching. Hello, hello. Glad to see you. So Aurora, I'm doing a Texas 46 Radio listener appreciation party coming up January the 28th over at the Fried Country Store. So if you have any, you being in radio as you are, if you have any good ideas for me, how to handle this thing to make it a success, let me know. Okay. So Chicken of the Week is brought to you by the fine folks at New Braunfels Feed, which is right there. Okay. They're located on Loop 337 here in New Braunfels, right in between Chicken Express and Dollar General, and across from all those automotive places, O'Reilly's and those guys over there. So stop by and you can get all the feed and stuff you need. Hay, what am I trying to say? Hay, pine shavings, anything, any kind of bedding, especially during the cold, to keep your birds and animals warm on the outside. You'd be surprised, even though the temperatures dip down, everybody says, well, they work great during the winter. But, just having that little extra place for them just to kind of get away from it just a little bit, which I need to do out there. Added some more hay, and I'll need to take some of my feed sacks and staple them up along some of the cages there to keep some of that north wind from blowing in there. The birds are pretty hardy, but when it comes to the cold and the wind and stuff like that, it can take a toll on them. Okay, so do what you can to try to help them out. The rabbits love this kind of weather out there, but they're still all. I've still got to get them all bundled up out there for the down season, for the cold. But don't forget the guys at New Braunfels Feed. And when you go out there, let them know that you heard it and you saw it here on Texas 46 Radio and with Bruce on his live morning show. Thanking our sponsors as well: Camaltex, Hill Country Customs, Clear Springs Air Conditioning and Electric. Great bunch of folks out there. Tonight, as a reminder, there's the lighting of the plaza at 6 o'clock. And it's funny, last year at this time when they had the lighting of the plaza, we were actually playing downtown, but inside at the Downtown Social. But they're not having bands at the Downtown Social anymore, so we're at the Poorhouse, where they're permitting. If not, maybe just stop by Downtown Social, get something to eat, or one of the venues downtown. Support what's going on, support local business, as we are. Cynthia Garcia, hey, how are you? You're catching the end of the show, but you're catching some of the best stuff here with the chickens. Sometimes it's one of my most requested parts. They say, I missed the Chicken of the Week, but I usually have it because I make sure that I support our Chicken of the Week sponsor, New Braunfels Feed. Let's see, who else we got here? Aurora, OMG, I was driving and heard my name, LOL. I'll send you the details. Help when you can. Love chickens. Okay, so you guys have a safe weekend. Bundle up, dress. Here's the thing. I mean, we have all kinds of weather here in Texas, and nobody's ever happy with the weather we have. Everybody's got to complain about it. So here's the thing. You have a better frame of mind. Just don't complain. Just dress appropriately. Now, for me, when it's cold and it rains and I got to do something outside, I'm not the biggest fan of that. But just the hot or the cold, I just dress appropriately for it. Okay? So that's all you can do. You guys have a great day. I'm signing out on all my things here, except for you guys on live on the air. Paul Harvey's coming up next. If you're not sure, if you remember Paul Harvey, go over to Texas46radio.com, hit the player, or hit it from if you have it on your phone app, and you'll be able to hear Paul Harvey. It's I'm not sure which episode it is, but it's at least almost 3.5 minutes long. So go by and check it out. Anything else? That's it for now. Have a great one. Bye.
You're about to hear the story of 3 red roses. It's a love story of sorts
You know what? I'm going to let it run.
that a faithful
For you guys,
admirer
and then I'll cut
and
it off after
his
that.
faithfully admired shared. Their trysting time and place became known after a while. It's through the observations of the knowing that we have learned the rest of the story. Now, there are 5 entrances to the cemetery called Westminster Burying Ground, and all but one are locked at night. The one left open is the oldest, the gate through which caskets were carried for interment 200 years ago. It's that rear entrance which the mysterious stranger uses when he visits the graveyard in the pre-dawn dark. His arrival coincides with the stroke of no particular hour. He may appear any time between midnight and 6. And yet the shadowy figure is always the same, that of a man of undetermined age, wearing a long gray coat and a black hat and a white scarf around his neck. The eerie ritual begins as he appears at the wrought iron back gate, makes his way slowly but purposefully through the cemetery, and he will not stop until he has reached a grave near the front. And from inside his coat, the spectral figure produces a bottle of cognac and 3 long-stemmed red roses. For long moments, the stranger stands there. Some swear they have heard him utter an affectionate toast to the occupant of that grave, though the words themselves are indefinite. The next morning, when the grave is inspected, the roses are found as they had been tenderly placed alongside the bottle of cognac, which is always half empty. If the shadowy visitor is not of this world, he's more dependable than any ghost in the history of bumps in the night. There are always a few witnesses stationed at windows in nearby Westminster Hall, always some who wait up to watch for him, to see him step from the mist. This phantasmic figure has yet to disappoint them. On the other hand, if he is a flesh-and-blood man, nobody has dared to guess his identity. I think nobody really wants to know. Observers say they respect his tribute, regardless of its meaning, and they respect his privacy. They would do nothing to interrupt him. Those who've actually seen it confess it's a heart-pounding experience. Last January 19, some 450 people gathered in Westminster Hall to join in that tribute. Yet only a handful stuck it out to the end, to the moment when the mysterious stranger emerged from the darkness, wearing the now familiar coat and black hat, bearing the curious cognac and roses, as he has each and every January 19 since 1949. And so, as I say, it is a love story of sorts, an annual honoring of a man known the world over by a man who may never be known, an appropriate mystery, many have said, in an appropriate setting. For you see, the man who has returned to that gravesite every year for the past 39 years honors the birthday of the author-poet who died and was buried there in 1849 at the age of 40, died and buried with only 5 mourners in attendance, Edgar Allan Poe. And now you know the rest of the story.
Catch the best of Paul Harvey every Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m., 12:30, and 5:30 p.m. right here on Texas46Radio.com.